Hey everybody, Gunnison Undercover here. Today is Tuesday, March 5th, 2019, and it's actually a very beautiful day here in New Jersey. It's cold, but the sun is shining and the skies are blue and there's a little bit of a breeze, but overall, it's a nice winter day, considering the other day we had snow and sleet. So, folks, I've got another nepotist story for you. If you live here in New Jersey, you're going to know what I'm talking about. How these government cronies take care of one another. And this story here reported on the New Jersey Office of the Attorney General. Here it is. Right there. Let me pull this up a little bit for you. There he is. Take a good look at that face right there. Do you know who that is? Of course you don't. But the Attorney General knows who he is because that's one of his buddies. So let me tell you about the story here. So I'll read the story actually for you. It says, did you know that the Division of Highway Traffic Safety is one of the 14 divisions within the Department of Law and Public Safety? Today we are pleased to welcome Eric Heitman, former New Jersey State Police Trooper Commander, as its new director. And there's his face. Look at that face there. Yeah, you can tell he was a cop. Look at him. He's part of the gang, the Gestapo. So you're probably saying, well, what's the big deal about this, Gunnison? Well, I'll tell you what the big deal is. This happens quite frequently in here in New Jersey. It's called nepotism. This director here, Eric Heitman, from what I can tell, has retired from the New Jersey State Police. He was earning about $130,000 a year, so if you take that times 65%, he's going to be getting about an $84,000 a year pension. Now he retires and he gets rehired back to be the director of the Highway Traffic Safety Division. No doubt his salary probably be about $120,000, $130,000. So this clown is getting, probably is going to be making about $200,000 off the taxpayers. Now, I don't have a problem with a person retiring and getting another job, but my issue here is he's a state worker. He's a government worker. Why do you get to retire from one job and go take another government job and collect a salary? That's like me going to my job and retiring from it and then walking back in there and doing something different. It doesn't work that way. Does it work that way at your job where you retire from your job and then you retire and a couple days later you come back, oh, there's an opening, let me go work that job there? You think your employer's going to give you a retirement pension and a salary to do the same, to come back into work? Of course not. So that is my big issue, that if you're a government worker and you retire, you retire. It's not retire and go back and get another government job. You're still working for the same employer. And this is what goes on all the time in New Jersey government, and it's really bad at the state level, and it just trickles down to the county level and to the local level. This goes on all the time. I reported a story a while back on Gunnison Undercover. We have the SPCA police, which has now been taken over by the county prosecutor's office in each county. Here in Monmouth County, you know who the two officers are? Well, there's three now, but there's two that I'm aware of. You know who they formerly were before they became an officer of the SPCA? Well, they were county detectives. That's right. They worked in the prosecutor's office and they retired. And lo and behold, they come back with a new job title, and the jobs are paying quite well. I think there's somewhere around between $80,000 and $100,000. So not a bad deal. They're still going in and out the same door. Isn't that something, folks? And we're paying for it. And nothing's ever going to change because they're all buddies up there, all in this high level. I'm talking about the six-figure gang. I'm not talking about the ones making $50,000 a year. I'm talking about the six-figure gang. They give their buddies retired, the age of, in their early 50s, they still got another 10, 15 years of energy left in them, and they just take on another job, and this goes on all the time, in our state government and in our county level government, and it's disgusting because this would never go on in the private sector. You work for a company, you work for a company. When you retire, that's it. You don't come back. They're not going to pay you twice. This goes on. I reported another story on Gunnison Undercover. You have the director of police, the police director, whatever you want to call him, up in North Brunswick Police. This clown retired somewhere around 2008. And fast forward a couple years later, he's back working the same job again. So he's getting a pension. Okay, now listen to me carefully. He's getting a pension for being the director, deputy chief director. And he's getting paid to be the deputy chief director. Same town, same office, same front door. And he's taking in around $2,250 a year. Isn't that nice, folks? It sure is. That's what we get for our money. That's what's running our government. A bunch of nepotists and old cronies taking care of themselves. It's Gunnison Undercover. I will put the link in the description box. You can go read the story yourself. It's also on Gunnison Undercover Facebook. And you can read it there too if you want. So, till next time. I don't know. It's just corruption, corruption, corruption in this state.